Hello friends, welcome to Pro Talent and I am Nitin Parmar. I welcome you all for this current affair module on crime in India 2019 report. My dear students, we are talking about भारत में अपराध 2019 की रिपोर्ट. ये रिपोर्ट किसने पब्लिश करी है? It is published by National Crime Records Bureau, which is coming under Ministry of Home Affairs. और ये उन्होंने क्राइम इन इंडिया 2019 का रिपोर्ट दिया था, which was the last report. The last report was of, we can say, 2017. ठीक है, so this is how the idea is. Okay, now let's look at what are the kind of, you can say, information which is coming from this particular part. My dear students, here they have provided complete information about all, you can say, types of crimes. Okay, so we have crimes defined in IPC, सो इंडियन पिनल कोड. सो दोस्तों, ये आपको पता होगा कि देश चलाने के लिए हमारे पास एक सिस्टम है जिसको हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बोलते हैं, हमारा बंधारण है. ठीक है, बंधारण एक अलग सिस्टम है और एक आईपीसी इंडियन पिनल कोड, ठीक है, वो अलग कोड है, अलग लॉ है. ठीक है, जो बताते हैं, ठीक है, जो बताते हैं कि किस चीज को हम क्राइम बोलेंगे, क्या एक्टिविटी को क्राइम बोलेंगे और वो क्राइम के लिए क्या सजा होगी, वो आईपीसी में होगा. सो क्राइम होने के लिए आपके पास दो चीजें चाहिए. ये सुनो, वन इज मेंस रिया एंड अदर इज कॉल्ड एक्टस रियस. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्टस रियस? एक्टस रियस मींस अ गिल्टी एक्ट. ठीक है, और उसके साथ साथ यू नीड अ गिल्टी माइंड. ओके, सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो दो चीजें चाहिए, गिल्टी एक्ट और गिल्टी माइंड. ये दो चीजें चाहिए क्राइम होने के लिए. सो दोस्तों, अगर हम बात करते हैं क्राइम, तो वो आईपीसी में डिफाइन हुआ है. ये सुनो, सिमिलरली उस क्राइम का इन्वेस्टिगेशन कैसे करना, उसका इंफॉर्मेशन कहां पहले देना, कौन उसका इन्वेस्टिगेट कर सकता है ना, तो वो सब आएगा आपका सीआरपीसी में. ये सुनो, दैट इज क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड. Similarly, which kind of evidences are admissible? Okay, which are testimonial evidence, which are oral, you can say, the evidences which are acceptable to us, which is mentioned in Indian Evidence Act. Okay, it is mentioned in Indian Evidence Act. So together with this IPC, CRPC and Indian Evidence Act, ठीक है, we are covering majority of crimes in the country. Apart from that, there are special and local laws are made against crime. Okay, so even those crimes are also counted in this crime in India report of 2019. Okay, so there is a difference between IPC and SLL, which is special and local laws. Okay, so which are the crimes provided in IPC? One is called crimes against body. Okay, we all understand that is murder, attempt to murder, culpable homicide, kidnapping, abduction, hurting and causing death by negligence. So all those things are coming in the crime against body. Then we have crimes against property. Which are those? Dacoity, ठीक है, and its preparation, robbery, burglary, theft. Crimes against public order, that is riots and arson. Arson मतलब आगजनी करना. इकोनॉमिक क्राइम्स, क्रिमिनल ब्रीच ऑफ ट्रस्ट, ठीक है, चीटिंग, काउंटरफिटिंग नोट्स, ठीक है, क्राइम्स अगेंस्ट वुमेन, दैट इज, यू कैन से, रेप, डाउरी डेथ, क्रुएल्टी बाय हस्बैंड एंड रिलेटिव्स, molestation, sexual harassment, ठीक है, importation of girls, those are crime against women. Crimes against children, which is child rape, kidnapping, abduction of children, procurement of minor girls, selling and buying of girls, ठीक है, abetment to suicide, exposure and abandonment, infanticide and feticide. So these are the kind of crimes provided in IPC, while there are special and local laws related crime like Gambling Act, Explosive Substance Related Act, Forest Act, Child Marriage Restraint Act, ठीक है, Registration of Foreigners Act, Excise Act, Essential Commodities Act, Protection of Civil Rights Act, Immoral Traffic Act 1956. You may ask, sir, are these crimes? Yes, in this law, it is clearly mentioned that if you are not following a certain process, it will be termed as a crime and there will be punishment. Okay, I hope it is very clear. For example, Essential Commodities Act. If you are selling masks and hand sanitizers, okay, now if you are selling beyond a particular price, okay, beyond a particular price, because they are today in the Essential Commodities Act, okay, so they are today essential commodities. If you are selling at a price higher than what government has decided, you are committing crime. Yes or no? And thereby you will be put behind the bar. I hope it is very clear. You have not committed a crime under IPC, but you have committed crime under some other law. Okay, for example, Copyright Act, Arms Act, Dowry Prohibition Act, Indian Passport Act, Antiquity and Art Treasure Act, Narcotic Drugs. Okay, so you understand, to protect, to develop some kind of system in our country, we started, you can say, National Investigation Agency for this drugs related thing. Today, NIA carries out lot of kind of, you can say, investigation, not just related to drugs. ठीक है, indecent representation of women, sati prevention act, टाडा, ठीक है, और टेररिज्म एंड डिसरप्टिव एक्टिविटीज एक्ट, रेलवेज एक्ट, SC ST प्रिवेंशन ऑफ एट्रोसिटीज एक्ट, ठीक है, एंड साइबर लॉज, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट. Okay, all those kind of, you can say, crimes are there. So crimes are not only provided in IPC, but they are also provided in special and local laws as well. I hope it is very clear to you. Let's move forward. So what are the data talking about? So here they are talking about that 5.2 million cognizable crimes are reported in India in 2019. Cognizable crime. So there are two kind of crimes. One is called cognizable, other is non-cognizable. So what do you mean by cognizable? Cognizable is the crime is so serious, so heinous that you can say the police on its own try and take the cognizance of it, try and understand that this is a problem, and then they can capture a person. For non-cognizable crime, it has to be a kind of FIR or a complaint has to be filed by someone. In a cognizable crime, no need of any complaint by any other person. It is the police who can do this activity. So crimes have increased by 13% in last 6 years. Crimes against women has also increased by 7.3 percentage. Okay, and majorly this crime against women is coming from the relatives. It is very common that the relatives are doing this crime, and then this is abduction is most common for crime against children. So let's look at this. Okay, if we go by crime in Delhi, it has increased drastically. Look at this crime in Delhi, which is becoming infamous capital of the country. So crime in Delhi in 2019 went up by 20 percentage compared to year before. Okay, so this is 2018 के comparison में 2019 is increased by 20 percentage, which is huge. Crime against women has also increased. Okay, primarily you can say this molestation, sexual harassment, and those kind of things are also increasing. Crime against children, crimes by juvenile, crimes by juvenile have also increased. I'm sure you know juvenile. Okay, so through this Nirbhaya case, we learned this aspect, juvenile. So earlier, the juvenile age was less than 18 years. Now, the juvenile age is less than 16 years. Okay, so a child below the age of 16 years will be termed as juvenile. Someone who is less than of 7 years, okay, that is called dolly in capex. Okay, these people are not able, they are not capable to differentiate between right and wrong. They don't know, they don't understand the consequences of their actions. So therefore that is not a crime. But between the age of 7 to 16, if someone is engaged in crime, that is called crime by juvenile, and that is also increased. Okay, so we have very important information coming up, like crime against women has increased by 7.3 percentage. Majority of cases under crime against women were registered under cruelty by husband or relative. Okay, so that means this is very challenging. It is coming in the houses itself. It is not that women are not safe on the road. Women are not safe in the houses as well. Highest number of crime against women were reported in UP, followed by Rajasthan, Maharashtra. There may be a lot of reasons possibly. Okay, either the husbands and relatives are committing a lot of wrong things against women, or possibly women have understood their rights because of, you can say, this information flood. Okay, availability of internet, availability of phone. Okay, they understood their right, and possibly they might have started reporting more. Maybe any reason. Okay, no reasons are provided by this, you can say, statistics. It is you and me who have to understand what could be the reason. Okay, the highest rate of crime, that is cases per lakh of population against women, were reported in Assam, followed by Rajasthan and Haryana. Okay, so that means possibly women are getting more aware about it. Caste based violence has also increased, like the violence against SCs, STs, OBCs, that has also increased. So crime against scheduled castes went up by 7.3 percentage. Now this is possibly a reason why, you can say, this is happening. The reason could be, you can say, more of division is happening because of right wing, you can say, leadership. Okay, so this is a problem. UP reported most cases against SCs, okay, followed by Rajasthan and Bihar. Okay, so they are, UP is accounting for one fourth of cases in the country against Dalits. This is huge. The highest rates of crime against SCs was reported in Rajasthan, followed by MP and Bihar. Okay, so number of crimes are more in UP. Okay, the rate is more in Rajasthan. This is how you should understand. Okay, crime against children has increased by 4.5 percentage. Okay, this is also a very important part. We have to understand what are the offenses against the state, which are sedition, okay, which is crime against state, okay, or you can say destroying the properties of the public or the state. So it has decreased by 11.3 percentage. Of this, you can say 80.3 were registered under prevention of damage to public property, followed by UAPA. So I'm sure you know UAPA has come into existence and they are doing wonderfully well. But majority of cases against state is coming from the damage to public property. So if we try and understand that when people are coming on the road for protest, धरना करने के लिए आते हैं, they destroy the property. We all understand बैंगलोर में riots हुए थे, दिल्ली में riots हुए थे, लखनऊ में riots हुए थे. All these riots were primarily coming from varieties of the reason. दिल्ली के riots were NTCA protest के मुताबिक, बैंगलोर में हुए थे कोई सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट की वजह से, डिवीजन, कास्ट बेस्ड डिवीजन की वजह से हुए थे. ठीक है, हिंदू मुस्लिम्स के राइट्स होते हैं. सो ये अलग अलग तरीके से राइट्स होते हैं, और उन रायोट्स में, ठीक है, पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी को डैमेज करना इज अ बिग इश्यू. सो दिस आर द offenses against state. Sedition is one of them, one of the big one. I believe it has to be removed. Okay, please tell me few answers. Okay, for example, what is the section of IPC which defines sedition and punishment to sedition. Okay, please tell me that, number one. Number two, when we talk about, you can say crimes against state, you can say, sorry, crime against, you can say caste based, that is SCs and ST violence. So tell me, which is the state where you have highest population of SCs? Okay, which is a state which has the highest population of STs? This is very crucial. Yes or no? Similarly, when we talk about crime against women, in which state, in which state there is highest skewed, gender skewed ratio? Okay, gender skewed ratio. Okay, what do you mean by skewed ratio? It means it is a ratio which is not balanced. ठीक है, on male versus female, मतलब वहां पे शायद मेल ज्यादा है और फीमेल कम है. Okay, so this is what you need to tell me. Okay, possibly this will give us some more understanding about it. Okay, similarly, when we talk about, you can say cyber crimes, they've increased 63.5 percentage jump. Okay, when we all entered into this digital world due to this lockdown and COVID-19, the criminals became very much active on internet as well. So when they are very active on internet, okay, there are a lot of crimes. So 60.4 percentage of cyber crime registered were with the motive of fraud followed by sexual exploitation. So this is very important. And scheduled tribe, the crime against them has increased by 26 percentage. So this is what the important information, important write-up, important data you should remember. Okay, so you should know that they have increased. Possibly in a, we can say, lower level examinations like your law entrance examination, these numbers may not be asked. But if you are looking at higher level examinations, okay, for let's say PG level, possibly this kind of numbers can be asked. Okay, so you should always remember what is important for you or not. Okay, great. So with this, I'm closing this module. My dear students, if you are enjoying these modules, प्लीज इस वीडियो को लाइक करिए, हमारी चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए एंड टेल टू लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल टू बी पार्ट ऑफ प्रो टैलेंट trying to get ready for competitive examinations like CLAT. Okay, thank you very much for watching this and all the best.